We in there. Can you hear us
Yes,
now?
yes, yes.
We
Thank you,
microphone
God.
checker
Check
one
one,
two
two,
one
one,
two.
two.
We in the game, y'all. Yes. So shout out to Boss Lady handling
Yes.
business from wherever she
Thank
at.
you.
All right, y'all. You already know what's up. You tuned in to the hottest station on the planet. Period. And we here to talk some love.
Some
So
love.
y'all come on in here into the room. Like we always say, this is where um we talk about real life matters of the heart
Mhm.
and we fill up your cup, but we always try to have some solutions so you can leave your soul with overflow. Don't try to take my bars, okay? Don't try to take my bars, but
Don't
you do.
sky, don't
Sometimes you have
sky.
to refill up your cup. So I
You
think
do.
it's true. So I'm Miss Love Doctor and my beautiful co-host.
Beauty on the beat.
What's going on? What is going on?
Hey, 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 it's our season. It's our season. Hey, it's our season. Chatting with the caps,
I don't know which way to turn. Y'all see it.
Y'all
Y'all
see the
see it.
cap.
That's
Y'all
okay.
see the cap. Where the goats?
So
Okay.
the corn, what's going
Corn
on?
and the
How
goats.
was your week?
You know what? It was good. My cup was overfilled. It was
Your
great.
cup
It
was
was
overfilled.
yes. Just being around family in the holidays, even though it was stressful, still being able to connect and hang with my friends and celebrate your birthday and
Celebrate my birthday. We
see
did
the
do that.
smiles on my kids' face after Christmas. Like these are things that I work so hard for. So it
Yeah.
was nice to see it.
To be able to like appreciate the small things,
Mm-hmm.
like you said, it was the smiles, it was the
It was
because
the
they were
face.
appreciative.
They
Yeah,
were.
I was appreciative to everybody who showed up and came out because it was cool. It was real cool. And like it wasn't what I expected, but it was real cool. Like everybody's like, "How was your birthday?" I'm like, "It was cool."
That shit was raw. Like it was like
No, but
a
you know what I
hug.
mean? Like it was cool.
Yeah, it
Is what
wasn't
I'm
no.
saying. Like, even though there was like hiccups
Hmm.
and timing, I hate being late and all kinds of stuff, but it was still cool.
Yeah, a lot of stuff that happened that you didn't even want to happen, and then it was still like you were able to bounce back and still have a good time no matter what.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So, turn your mic. Boss lady still working. She
Okay,
said
turn.
turn your mic to you this part
It
so that
is. That's what I
the
made
logo.
sure. Okay, is
Okay,
that
so
better?
yeah, it was cool. Like that, I don't know why I choose that term cool. Like it was a good time, but I feel like it was real cool. Like it just breezed on in and breezed on down. It was a little 3-day event. So you know what I'm saying? We
Little.
kicked it.
She said little 3-day event.
That was definitely little.
Okay, yeah,
That was small.
yeah.
But don't worry about it. I won't be doing no more 3-day events. I've decided. So I'll be figuring something else out.
No more
We'll
3-day
see.
events.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay, all right, all right.
But anyways, y'all make sure that y'all comment and love these and share.
Please,
If you want to
please.
call in, we love to hear from you. 702-551-5261. This is safe space, no judgment. Honesty is our policy. Make sure you keep it classy and respectful. And then we all can get along. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But we gonna talk about today. We gonna talk about 2022 with its old funky ass. That's what we talking
Hey,
about.
it was good and bad.
That's what we talking about today. Hey E, shout out to Boss Lady one more time because
Thank you.
But
Thank
yeah,
you for an amazing year.
since we're just a few days away
Hmm.
from this being the end of the year,
Hmm.
and I thought it would be important to take some time to reflect
Hmm.
on the year because then you can be more intentional with
Ooh.
how you manifest for the new year
Ooh.
because you kind of like paid attention to all the things that went on this year,
Hmm.
how things went, how things were handled, how you handled them, how you could handle them differently, what you did
Hmm.
right.
Hmm.
So what does it mean to reflect, right? So I didn't take all of the definitions because um it was just like something about the bouncing off, like the
The light.
reflection off
Uh-huh.
the light.
Hmm.
But I used one of the reflections. So basically, embody or represent something in a faithful or appropriate way.
Mm.
hmm
Hmm.
Think deeply or carefully about.
Okay.
Any action or situation brings credit or discredit to the relevant parties.
Mm.
It
Like I'm reflecting, so you either take it or receive it, however you want to do.
brings credit or
Wow.
discredit
Mm.
because we reflected on what you did.
mm. Mm.
We know what you did. So, of course, I'm like, okay, if we're going to reflect, what is a reflection?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
it's an image seen in the mirror or a shiny surface.
Mm.
So, if you're the image that you're seeing in the mirror, are you, or the
What you
shiny
reflect? Mm-hmm.
surface, it's your image
Mm-hmm.
and a serious thought or consideration.
Okay. You know when I like when you do the definitions because let's be honest, y'all. Do everybody look up what the definition may be of something or what we perceive something to be just based off of the situations that we have? I feel like making the difference of the two will help you identify like, well, you know what? I really wasn't feeling that. That's not really what I meant, or that's not really
Like you
because
may
of
have
that.
used the word wrong.
Yeah.
Mm.
So the more that you put the definitions out, just to let us know, we could again remember when we dissected love, and we're like, well, that's an action word. Well, nah, that's what it says. That this. We're like,
I
well,
didn't like the
shit.
definition.
But it was still an eye
Love is
opener.
like to heavily like. I'm like,
Heavenly, like heavily,
heavily like.
heavily.
So, man, what do you think? Like, and can you narrow down 2022 in like 3 to 5
Hell
words?
no. Nah. Well, I mean, yes, I
It doesn't have
can.
to be the whole thing, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying, like, what are like the first few words that come to you when you think about um
like
2022?
2022. You know what? Because it started off, like uncertainty because I wasn't working or anything. So that was, scary.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Um, and I need to see what's in front of me. I don't like surprises.
I
If
love
that could be said.
surprises.
I know. I want to know like what am I gonna be able to get or do or have. And I don't like having that uncertainty. That's the word. Uncertainty. So it was scary, uncertain. But it was also like eye opening. Just to be able
I
to
got eye opening. I put eye opening too. Definitely.
because I learned so many different things and I learned so many different things about myself.
Yeah.
So like even in this transition, like even here, this is what I learned. Like in the midst of the like you say, like the roses that we're able to see. It was this show. It was this show that taught me the most, helped me reflect and see what I could do better. Like
Yeah.
all of those things were me learning, every week, every day, something different that either I liked or I didn't, and learning how to adjust and saying like, hey, you can't keep giving yourself excuses. Just do
Ain't nothing to it but
it.
to
To
do
do
it.
it.
I would say this year
Ooh,
it
ooh.
was transitional like a motherfucker.
Mm,
Like this has been a heavy whirlwind of transition and growth.
mm,
I would say pressure. I would say heavy, trying, challenging, testing. Um, but rewarding too. So
mm. That's a good word.
a lot. Yeah, a lot. So we got some hey y'alls. Say hey Candace Butler.
Hey,
Um, hi best friend in law. I'm tuned in. Who the best friend in law? Me or you?
that gotta be you.
I don't know who that is,
Best
but
friend
hey,
in
I'm
law.
glad you on here. Tia said I felt that, sister. Yeah, because you was in this year with me.
Mm,
So, it's important to reflect though, because um the current and previous year can allow you to like drastically show where you can improve
mm-hmm,
on, your performance going forward, how you do things,
mm-hmm.
how you maneuver. Like that shows you, what you have been through, how you deal with things and or avoid certain things.
Ooh.
Like, okay, so I've already done that. I'm not sticking my head in that same fire,
Mm.
not once. You feel me?
And it's okay that we, that's why I said, like, when learning and putting your hand in the fire, you either know that it's hot and you're going to try to do something different.
Yeah, you're gonna like, okay, so I can see my highs, I can see my lows, I
Mhm.
can see this, I can see that. But it allows you to see what you also can be grateful for, what you can give yourself credit for, what you give
Mhm.
yourself feedback for, and how well you were even operating within yourself.
Mhm.
Like how was Miss Love Doctor operating within herself?
How were
How was she? She just getting started. So that's all I can say.
But you did a lot of what I saw. This is just what I saw. I feel like you did a lot of even reflecting on, like, always reflecting. You do your thing every 3 to 6 months where you kind of assess your situation.
My
Yeah,
quarterly.
yeah. But it's
But
like,
it's a transition. I call it a
mm-hmm,
transition. That's why I feel like the whole year was transitional. Like you know how like sometimes you feel like you're in a tornado,
but you can see everything
like the
clearly.
Wizard of Oz. Like you
Uh-huh.
in it, like she was spinning around and around, and
Mm-hmm.
then when the dust settles, it's like
What the fuck am
you and you and
I at?
you in the land of Oz and
Yeah,
shit.
like,
Like okay, that this is what this did. Okay, all right. But when
mm-hmm.
you're in it, you don't know how beautiful it's gonna be when you come out.
Mm.
It seems like it's gonna be all wreckage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I think I thrive well in chaos, if that makes sense. Like when you said in a whirlwind, I can still see clearly what I want to do. I'm just still in, I just have obstacles in my way, but I still feel like I see where I want to be, and I feel like that's not gonna change. I'm just like, I gotta just stay here,
I
be in
think
this
so.
storm
Absolutely. Well,
until
you ain't gonna where you gonna go?
I know, because she be like,
You
she
better be
always
trying to look and see.
like, bitch, I still see her line. Her
You better make sure you look and see. But it can embody you to see the potential within yourself too.
line.
Places where you were doubting yourself and you really think about it like, did I even really have a real reason to doubt
Oh,
myself? Like this whole time, like, but we're taught to not boast. We're taught to not, you know what I'm saying? Like,
mm-hmm.
like, so sometimes I think
Broadcast.
some people, like we
Mm-hmm.
talked about before on the show, that sometimes they say it's like you dimming your light, but you shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well,
Mm-hmm.
why did you doubt? Why did you even doubt yourself to begin with? Like, why wouldn't you think that you're capable of doing that
Or
or being that or
yeah.
being with that person?
Mm-hmm. Coping mechanisms and
It could
skills.
also show you how you like knocked out a whole lot of goals that you didn't even know you knocked out.
Hmm. Hmm. Repeat. Did y'all hear that? Say that one more time.
Shush. But
Mm-hmm.
it also gives you a clearer vision of the people in your life and how they handled you this year. Now I'm gonna just go ahead and say this because this one is a little heavy for me on the simple fact that my birthday is the last week of the year, every year. So all year long, from Happy New Year, which is a week later, Happy New Year, all the way throughout the year, everybody's having things, everybody's having birthday parties, everybody's having cookouts, gatherings, all kinds of shit. People be on radio shows, all kind of shit, all year. You know what I'm saying? And I show up for things all year.
Mm-hmm.
And people, let me rephrase that. I show up for people
Mm-hmm.
all year. So it's a hell of a reflection to see how people show up for you when you were at the last week of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear shit like, well, I got Christmas and I got this and I got that. Well, like, I have all this shit going on in June, July, August, and September too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just interesting. It's definitely an interesting eye opener, and it shows you like it's a major key alert.
Mm-hmm.
It's a major key alert.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I read that reflection is like a feature on your cell phone. It shows you how long, like the feature shows you how long you've been on social media or like your
Mm-hmm.
screen time, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
was thinking about it like I don't really know because I don't have it on because I like try to internally time myself
Mm-hmm.
on how long I'm on there. So it says it's a reminder of how long you've been doing something for too long.
I know. Oh.
So
Oh.
reflection is also a same way of like, what were you spending so much time on doing and what were you spending so much time not doing? How much time did you waste? How much time did you handle shit?
Mhm.
So it's like you sitting down really doing that reflection. It shows you your real life screen time.
Yeah. I hate them damn things that be coming up though. Your reflections and be
Why do you
great
hate it?
because
It's the truth.
it's the truth and
It's the
it's in your
truth will
face.
set you
And when
free.
I say like I seen like makeup tutorials from 10 years ago, like bitch, what is you doing?
Yours?
Yes. And I'm saying the same thing. It's like, why am I not doing what I should be? Why do I keep letting after year after year pass by?
But it teaches us that. It teaches you to understand why you did something the way you did it.
I know now
What
I'm
why you
looking at
just
it
why you
differently.
didn't do it like, and then you have enough time and space and opportunity to look at it differently and
Mm-hmm.
and approach it differently. You know what I mean? So we're gonna talk about how can you reflect? How do you reflect?
Okay. Teach us.
So
Teach us
first of
all
all,
wise. What?
you have to sit. You have to sit and really make some time to do it.
Yeah, you're right.
Like to really do it. Like, cause we'll sit down and say we'll do something, and then your phone ring,
Mm-hmm.
and now you over here,
Yeah.
book right there. You ain't did nothing. Like you said, it's been 2 hours. I've been on the phone. We could have been doing it together.
I know. Same thing with budgeting. Like people say you're gonna do it, but then they never do.
Who is people?
I say that I want to have a budget, but a bitch will swipe as soon as I see some food that I want.
I'm gonna go ahead and get
Yeah,
that.
that comes with discipline. I'm working on my discipline, but
Discipline is real.
well, ooh, Jesus, Jesus.
And then you're gonna
What?
need your utensils.
Okay.
You're going to need either something to type with, because some people are better with typing. If you want to talk your notes, talk your notes.
You
If
need
you
your
need a pen or you need a paper, you're going to need something to put these things on. But typically, they say you want to put pen to paper because when you write, it releases something. And
mm,
then you can leave it in that same book
okay.
and always reflect to that book or write in that same book. And then you can watch how you,
Mm,
that might be kind of nice. If we do a reflection book, right?
okay.
Write in it in the beginning and then write in it throughout the year and then you'll already kind of have an synopsis of your reflection for the
Yeah.
next year
Mm.
and then see how it coincides and tie into the last year. That might be nice.
Yeah.
That might be nice.
Well, let's start getting our books.
The next thing you are going to need to do is be transparent with your damn self.
Like bitch, you know.
Like you just said, I
Yeah.
don't like that damn thing because
It be
why?
it be
Hey,
it
if
be
you don't like how long you staying on there, that's your choice to do something else about it, right?
yeah.
Because the storyline is gonna always be the storyline. Like you could tell it in the way you want to tell it to kind of like sugarcoat it and make it look sweet and make it look frou with the bullshit up. I hate frou. Don't froof me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't
Like
proof me.
don't froof me. Just give it to me straight like a shot.
But that's how we want it. But I don't necessarily talk to myself like that. So that's a good thing. I'm willing to do that for others, but I got to do that for myself.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I think too, like you can look over some pictures. Like that's how I do a lot of. That's how I can tell you what was going on and when it was going on. And I hate that I don't take a lot of pictures, but I'll take random pictures, like of a thing, of a place where I was at, and I'll know exactly where I was at because I saw this thing and it captured my attention. I don't know why I do that, but
But I
I
just
do.
take pictures of you, and then I'll be like, I remember that time that's where I was there, and we had a
It
good
never
time.
sends me the pictures.
I know.
That's crazy.
I do send you some.
You like you sent me my graduation video the other day from last year.
Really? Okay. All right. All right. I
You
gonna
be
have to
holding
purge.
on. You be hoarding.
I'll purge some of these memories.
And I think too, you don't have to purge them, just share them.
That's what I said, purge by sharing, because I keep them all like they just all in my thing, and I just reflect. But I had so much fun on this set.
Yeah, yeah. But you don't want to overthink it. I think because when you sit down and you try to kind of like overthink it, that's where you're like, okay, I can't do this. Like I
Mm-hmm.
can't think about, okay, January. What was I doing in January? Like I don't think you need to like think about it like that. Just sit down and just start putting memories down. It don't have to be in any type of order at first.
Okay.
If you know the dates, okay, yeah, put the date next to it.
Mm-hmm.
So then if you do need you a chronological order, then you can put it in order after the fact. But I think if you just randomly thinking like, oh yeah, I remember this and I remember that, but it gives you, specific ways and um areas. So if you really wanted to reflect on a specific thing,
Mm-hmm.
like you can say like, I want to reflect on my health and go down the line
Mm-hmm.
of this what happened throughout the year on my health, my family, my loves, my loss, my gains,
Yeah.
career, education, kids, mental health, you know what I'm saying? Personal growth, spirituality, and what you're proud of, what you're grateful for. I think them are some dope
Those are that. I
categories.
feel like we need to highlight those a little bit more and start, like you said, reflecting, because you can stay or you can become stagnant if you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can feel like you're not really moving what you are. Because when you reflect, you can be like, well, what did I? It's the same thing that your
You feel
job
like I ain't
does.
did shit all year.
Yeah, it's the same thing with your job. When you want to ask for a raise or whatever, they want to see what you've done. They want to span how you've grown. So if you don't do a reflection, it's like, well, you ain't gonna tell me how good I did this year. You ain't gonna overlook.
Mm-hmm,
So that
mm-hmm.
makes
Your
sense that we
annual.
need to make sure
Your
that we do
annual.
that. Mm-hmm.
Gotta go in for my annual.
But we have to do it for ourselves.
Miss Tribble says she's a hoarder of pictures. Keisha said memories are so important. Taking photos is one way I capture the moment. I have to get better. Like I used to be a picture video guru.
Okay.
Then when you had the pictures where you had to go develop the film,
Yeah.
like at one point in time, I had a big Ziploc bag full of film of all summer long
Oh wow.
of all the stuff that we were doing. And then when I got me a little camcorder, I had like videos of just randomly sitting on the hill, bullshit and talking shit. But I feel like those are like the best videos. Like I bet you there's some good content. Like now that's considered content.
Yeah.
I bet you we had some fire content back then. So I have told myself that I need to be more intentional about taking pictures, and I'm gonna be asking the people that I'm around, like, do you want to be in these pictures or don't you? Because these are still memories that we have.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And why like suppress it, I guess?
Yeah.
Because we'll be just chilling and don't take no pictures.
But I feel like mine was the opposite. My kids would be annoyed because I was the parent that I gotta take a picture. Get in here. I got to take a picture. Like, come over here.
You need those.
I never enjoyed it though.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning I never enjoyed the moment with them. I just wanted to capture it, but I wasn't in it.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I stopped taking pictures.
Yeah.
Like to the extreme, because I went through extreme. Now I feel like I'm to the extreme of not really even wanting to be in a
You kind of forget about it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I used to always be like, because I always feel like I sound so hoarse. And the crazy part of when I was little, I always like, I always sound so cute when you hoarse. Now, you better be careful for what you ask for because I can't stand it. But like, I wanted to capture everything, but I hated that it was my mouth right by that camera, right by the microphone. It was always me. And you can't whisper.
You already hear all of my videos.
You can't whisper. Yeah, fuck it up. I was watching that video you sent for my birthday. Fuck it up, bitch. Fuck it up. Fuck it up.
Like, I can't. I'm like,
why was I dancing so fast? Then I heard the beat. I'm like, I thought I was, up in age, but so I put some questions down. I want y'all to let me know. We're gonna reflect, right? So when I ask the question, y'all let me know what's your answer. Give me a fun time from this year?
You want to go first?
You can go first.
She's so whack.
It's too many.
I know I've had so many. You know what? The most fun time that I just recently, just me going to my brother's house and spending time with my sister and my brother and just being under one roof. That hasn't happened in decades. To sleep under, to wake up,
like a sleepover.
Like it was a sleepover, and I got to like spend time with my little niece. That I just, I like to like duck off and like walk with her and just, like do different things. Like I don't want to be the I'm the auntie that I want to know you.
Yeah.
Like, like, girl, let me. Give me this thing. Like I just really just want to know, because I love my siblings like to the umph. It used to be the three amigos, CMC all day, CMC all day
Represent,
forever.
represent.
Okay, and just because that's what I am. I am love, and I'm about my family. And that's the family that
Hmm.
I'm born in, the family that I create. Because if we tough, I'm gonna call you family. Why I gotta be friends? Y'all fam.
I
That's
have
me.
so
That's
many
me.
fun times.
Tell me, girl.
I
I
don't
feel like
even know.
good stuff.
I don't even know how to narrow it down. I'm trying to think back to like earlier in this year because of course we could talk about stuff that's going on right now. Damn.
It's hard to reflect because there's been some really good moments. But what's that one? Like, what was that thing that you like? You know what? I can't forget. It was such an amazing.
I really legit like I really thought about several things. Every time I go to think about it, I'm like, I could say that. I could say that. I don't know.
You
I had fun last week.
did?
I did.
Okay.
Well, this weekend, last weekend.
Okay.
I had fun last week. I have fun all the time though. Like I really be trying to have fun all
You're
the
trying to
time.
make fun where you are, which is good.
Yeah. I have fun in Curacao.
Oh, I need a
Um
passport. Okay.
I had fun when we went to the Lovers and Friends.
That was super fun. I've never. Oh, we got to see what's the name up close. Tell me what you want. An escape.
I have fun. I had a lot of fun this year. So what are some of the best things that have happened to you this year?
Some of the what?
Best one of the best things that have happened to you. Didi said last weekend was for me. Last weekend was fun though. It was. Like your video you and Dacian was singing.
Oh, that was my favorite. Like you could just tell that he loved her. Like in that,
Oh
like it was just
yeah.
like the way
Love
that
was
y'all
in the
holding
air.
each other. It was just like that was a beautiful thing to see.
It was
It was.
nice.
It was.
Shout out to that couple.
Yeah, yeah. Y'all is
The
just the
Reese's.
cutest. The Reese's.
The Reese's.
Yes, Lord.
We're gonna have to have Big Reese on here so we can talk about love with him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go first this time. What are some of the best things that happened to me? I would say this radio show.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that was a manifestation for my ass because when we came here, shout out to you because you won the raffle, and then we came here and I was like, I like it in here. I want to work here.
You did.
I was thinking like work here and get paid here. I wasn't thinking like work here and be on the air
Mm-hmm.
here.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are. And it's going on almost a year.
I know that's crazy.
Boop. Pound it.
Bam.
All right, what about
Yeah.
you?
Well, I mean, of course, you know what? Me doing more stuff with my makeup, and my artistry. I'm much prouder. Even just making that one step of business cards. Like that was a big motherfucking feat for me to actually do it. Like it took a lot for me to do it, and I was happy that I did. All of the summits that I've been able to go to and the things that I've been able to learn and like the people that I've been able to be in contact with. Like this year was like a networking year of me feeling like I'm supporting you, but I felt like
You
I
had your own seat.
yeah, I was there. I
You
was
were coming
present.
with me, but you had your own seat at the table for sure.
So those were the best highlights.
Yeah. Yeah. We've had some nice events
That
that
Women
we've been to.
Empowerment Summit was everything to me. I'm like, oh, we need to go to Essence. I think we need to take it on the road. Let's go to Essence.
Essence call us.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Put that in the universe.
We need.
We gonna manifest that for next year. We're gonna go ahead
Yes.
and put Essence out there.
Yep.
Um, let's see. Let's see.
Let's see. Well.
If you had to describe, I don't like that one.
Mhm.
What are some lessons you learned this year?
Well, the biggest lesson I learned is don't sleep on self.
Period.
That was the biggest lesson that I learned.
Exclamation mark.
I also learned what being able to not be a people pleaser. like learning what that looks like, what that boundary looks like for me,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
It's okay to say no. It's okay to, not do or be in everything. So like it was a hard lesson, but I felt like it was needed as well. Like, my health, not taking it for granted so much.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
you know, and really seeing like, but you gotta get a plan together. Like, that was an eye opener for me. Like I'm just waking up every day like it's gonna just happen. When
Yeah.
things around me are showing me the total opposite. But I'm just walking in. I see you tomorrow. Like it's nothing gonna happen. And I'm not. I don't want to say that I want to live in that. In that.
Being realistic.
Yeah. I don't want to live in the
You
fear.
gotta be
But
realistic.
I feel like
That's something that I was taught. Be realistic. Like nobody has time for the frou shit. Like we only get one time around this earth, and make that shit count.
Mm-hmm.
And to add to your self thing, definitely self love. Um, but I'm trying to allow myself to be more open
Mm-hmm.
and learning more about my feminine energy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so tapping into self is really and I'm ongoing learning. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm like creating my own self spiritual cleanse for next
Mm-hmm.
year. So I think this year is helping align and push for
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is that I need to do to be at a better version of myself.
Because that's all we can do.
Mm, mm, mm,
Mm-hmm.
mm. So who were some of your biggest supporters this year?
My fam. You know what? My sister, daily encouragement. Karina, she was a big encourager. My husband, when he listens to the show and lets me know those things, that whole 80/20, I'm learning that too. Like that with me and him. My mom, my dad, my kids, by just, like, oh, you have that radio show today? But I was like, oh, well, when you have a kid, maybe you can put a kid on next year and like, talk to them. I'm like, oh,
Well,
really?
they can be coming. They can come on.
So it was just like, it was good to see, like, and then my family who was like, oh my God, my classmates. Like, I didn't know that people were watching me in that capacity.
Hmm.
Like I'm not just a fly on the wall, or I'm not Cassandra's sister, Charlie's little sister, like I'm
You'll
Marquita.
always be those people. That's
Yeah.
the funny part.
So I'm
Okay.
making my own name, and that's what I like.
Okay. All right. All right. So let me see. My biggest supporters. I'm gonna say shout out to Granddad.
Oh, he was amazing.
Granddad. Let me tell you, I still feel the support. I still feel the drive. I'm trying not to get emotional, but Granddad was really proud of me.
Hmm.
And he was really proud that I'm proud that he was able to see me graduate because he was right there. I feel like shooting with me in the gym while I was doing homework for
Hmm.
5 classes and two
Hmm.
certifications. He like, well, how long you gonna be in there? Well, don't stay up too late now.
Yeah.
I don't want you to be sleepy. um, Definitely my sister, and friends, my friends.
Hmm.
I'm gonna say you because
Oh.
I picked you, and they all know why I picked you because they're all around you. They know you. So, I picked you because you pour into me even when you don't notice that you're pouring into me, even when other people make you feel bad about pouring into me, even when you are doubting yourself, you're pouring into me.
Mm.
And I don't think you notice that. So sometimes that's why I make it a point to pour back into you.
Oh.
So I could be doubting the hell out of myself at one point in a minute, and you will just come with this burst of energy like friend and this and then because you or let's just say we'll be at one of these marketing networking events or whatever, um and I will hear you talking to someone else. I'm having a whole conversation, but you hear your name, like you can hear your name out of a crowd. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I'll hear you like, so my friend and she whoop de whoop 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 whoop. You know what I mean? Just like this whole radio show, like you didn't even think twice about giving me a gift that you won. So I'm gonna say you. And your
Aw.
sister said that's right. You are your own amazing woman.
Thank you, sister.
Pooh, I can't see what emojis you're putting on here because they look like boxes.
But there
So
was a,
hope
and
they're hearts.
I also forgot to say, like, with my hair business when I wasn't working, the people who, allow me to, pay me to braid their hair, pay me to do their makeup, like that's what kept me afloat. So,
Hmm. You were a
Cash,
business
Dee Dee,
owner.
like my friends helped me. They put money in
Supported
my
you.
pocket. Yeah, they
Supported
definitely
you.
supported. So
Tia said, shout out to Marquita.
thank you,
Yo, good
guys.
sis.
But yeah,
We're
Tia
gonna have a
Cash, all
whole
of
we're
them.
gonna have a whole show about support because I think that's just the whole conversation that we need to have. But I mean, like, it's as far as your supporters, who's pouring into your cup, who's making sure that you're straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, people think that support means money. It don't mean money.
Yeah,
For your friends and your family, shit, I need strangers to spend money.
true.
I don't need you to spend your money because anything that I'm gonna do for you, I'm gonna do it for you for free. Otherwise, you don't know me.
Hmm.
So I understand your level of support, and it is what it is. Moving along.
Hello.
Trigger. Um, so how do you think your mindset has changed?
I mean, I feel like it's drastically changed just by the information that is taught on this station, on this show. My emotional intelligence have immensely went up just because
Mm-hmm.
being aware of my triggers or things that make me feel a certain way and being able to express it and learning that I don't have to flash or I don't have to give that negative energy into something that's negative.
Yeah, that's deep.
So these are things that I want to learn that, hey, even though I'm frustrated, I still should be able to hold my composure because I can in other places. So I want to make sure that I do that for myself to let somebody know that they don't have that energy or that hold over me to change my mood or who I am.
I'm gonna piggyback right off of what you're saying because I can say that my mindset has changed in a way where I definitely can speak what I'm saying and I don't have to say it in a negative way
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. Like I'm really fluent with my words and my
Mm-hmm.
feelings, but I'm learning to actually be more quiet this year than talk because you could talk till you blue in the face.
Mm-hmm.
A person's actions is going to be exactly what it is. So I'm learning actually to be the opposite and be more reserved and listen more and pay attention more. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm doing all the talking, who's listening?
Mm-hmm.
So um my mindset though, I want to say too that I'm being more open
Mm-hmm.
a little bit.
To
A
what?
very little bit.
Like,
um like I used to be told all the time that I was very closed off. I'm very closed off. And it's crazy because probably in the last 6 months I've heard like you seem different. You seem more and they don't know the word.
uh-huh.
And I'm telling them it's work. Like I'm working on this. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was never closed off. We if we don't have a relationship or we don't have anything to talk about, then what do we need to talk about? But
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm more open.
Mm-hmm.
So now more people come to talk to me. If that makes sense.
Yeah. People do it all. Yeah. Random people do that to her all the time that don't even know her. That comes up to you.
But I would say I see that because that's just the coach in me. Like I'm a helper. I've always been like that. I'm saying like even more people that are closer that's always
Mm-hmm.
been around, but we've never formed anything. Like they're
Mm-hmm.
around, I'm around. You know what I'm saying? And that's really just it. So it's just I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I think even for like they say with like dating, like nobody's gonna date you when you're closed off. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
how am I closed off?
Yeah.
Because I didn't feel closed off. I felt regular.
Mm-hmm. Like boundaries
But
is
I feel
closed
like I
off.
just let the shade down a little bit
Mm.
to see and that just kind of changed my mindset on how I even want to approach and deal with people.
Okay.
if that makes
Yeah.
sense. Um, how different are you now from the beginning of the year?
Ooh.
Shout out to my sweatshirt being too big. That's how different. That's the difference. I'm gonna make a post.
You know what? I think I'm different in the way that I see myself.
Hmm.
I think that I'm different in
Like
that
you
way.
can look in the mirror and see somebody, like see
See
yourself. Like,
myself.
hey, girl,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
I ain't stopped and spoke to you in a long time.
Had full
Shame,
conversations is back.
shame, shame on me for treating you like
Like
that.
that. I know.
That's
That's what
real
I think.
talk.
Yep.
That's real talk. Um, I was serious about the sweatshirt being big. Y'all see it's big, but that's the difference for me.
Uh-huh. That's the
Last
difference.
year, a man, I have I have grown in so many different areas within this 1 year. It's crazy. It's tapped into spaces within me that I probably didn't even know existed.
Mm.
The type of year that I had with so many ups and downs, it definitely made me want to be proactive with my health for sure.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, um I'm different with how intentional I am with me.
Mm. Just
And that's it. Like at the end of the day, I'm realizing more and more and more that I was born by myself. I'm gonna die by myself. It's a possibility I probably always will be by myself. I don't have any children. I don't have no husband. I can't ask or demand anybody to be with me, around me, show up for me. That shit is not realistic. If they gonna show up, they gonna show up. And they're gonna do that because they want to, not because I'm a good person to them.
mm.
I could be all of the good, I could be all these great things to this person, but they still only going to show up how they want to show up. And it may
Mhm.
not be like to my liking. Like I maybe not like it. Like it probably don't make sense. Like why would you not show up?
Yeah.
And I'm all thrown off my shit because I'm expecting you to show up like I show up.
Mm.
So I'm realizing that you just got to show up for yourself, and then anybody come is a bonus.
I don't know.
So I believe that wholeheartedly because this year has definitely taught me that I have been alone so much
Mhm.
that it doesn't even make sense. Do you get what I'm saying? And then I don't mean alone like I'm lonely. I have been in solitude with just me.
Mhm.
And I've never probably in my whole entire life sat in silence.
Mm.
But I've been with me in the house alone in silence. Not purposely like I'm just sitting here in the silence. What
Mhm.
I'm saying is like say if I come in the house, like normally that TV is on or I already got some
Yeah.
music on, or with granddad being there, the TV is already on when I walk in. Like there's
Yeah.
always noise. Throughout my life, my mom has always had the radio on 24/7. So there's
Mm.
always some noise. So for the sitting your silence is like different. And when I talked to somebody, they said, you're sitting in your power.
Mm. I did hear that. I saw a lot of I
Because
saw a
I'm
lot
like,
of
damn,
posts.
like it, and it don't, I won't notice it. It could be like an hour, hour and a half done went by. I done came in, I done took my stuff off, done put everything down. I done went in the kitchen, set some shit up, did some other shit, washed my hands, got right in the shower, got in the shower, got out, no, with no noise.
Mm.
And it took me to realize, like, when the hell did I start doing that? And at first it was like scary because it was creepy quiet in the house.
Mm.
Like, shit. Like it's too quiet in here for me. But now I realize that I sit in it more. So that's why I'm saying, like, as much as I might want somebody to pull up on me because I feel like that's what I would do for them,
Mhm.
they don't do that. They're gonna do what they feel is best. But I
Mhm.
can't hold that against anybody.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? That's why I'm
Mhm.
saying it taught me to realize that all I got is me.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, in the beginning of the day, or whatever, anybody that I feel like is, oh, well, you're my this, or you're my that, or you're my friend, or you're my sister, or you're my brother, like they still gonna do what they want to do.
Mhm.
So how am I gonna feel about that? I gotta keep it pushing. So it's me, and if you come, then that's cool, because I'm going, no matter what.
Mhm. I know I went into the club by myself. Until you got there, I was like, oh my God, I am in here by myself. Lord Jesus.
What club?
I went to Cork and Thorn by myself until you still had an event that you were at. So I was just waiting. And it was like, okay, well, I'm not going to wait. Otherwise, I'm going to not go. Let me just go and enjoy. I just kind of stood on the wall, but I was still happy that I was there, because I never go anywhere by myself. Like, I haven't. And I've been with Marcus for so long that I don't be by
You
myself.
don't need to be. Yeah, you don't have a reason to be by yourself. I had to remember, like, bro, you don't, okay, because don't nobody want to go to this place. You're not going to go? No, I'm going. I'm going to go, and I'm going to go by myself. But what it reminded me of is the transition. When I say you can see the transitions once you're out of them, when I left Minnesota, that was a huge transition. And I was doing things and moving in different ways that I never seen myself move before. Like, I was preparing myself to move here and not have any friends. I was preparing myself to move here and not know anybody. Because, like, Kiki then would be like, well, where was you at? Oh, I went out and had me a drink. Why? By yourself? Yeah. Never did it before. Drove out of town. Just went out of town to see my friend. Woo, went out of town by myself. But I didn't like that tornado that I was telling you about. It's not always a bad tornado, but it's like, why am I doing things the way that I'm doing them now? Because once you come out, you realize you're really prepping yourself for the next phase. So regardless of the fact is, we're already aware of who we are and what we're doing and the steps that we're making, because you can manifest your own life.
Everything you've been asking for has been coming. Like, she said, we wanted to be backstage. I want to be back there. Boom, we was there. I was like, oh, yes.
I don't know what that was about. I don't know what that was about.
She got a few up there that's looking out.
I got some angels.
So we, hey.
That was crazy. When we were at the Lovers and Friends, I don't know what it was. I was just staring beyond the crowd, backstage. I'm trying to see what they got going on back there. I'm like, next time I don't want to come here and be out here. I want to be back there. She's like, okay, well, fine, we can go and we can get VIP tickets. I was like, nah, further back. I want to be backstage. I want to come this way. I want to look at the people this way. Like 2 minutes later, the man was like, they letting everybody in VIP. We looked at each other like,
let's go.
We in there. So we get in VIP. We kicking it, doing our thing how we do. And then we end up backstage.
Backstage. I'm over here. Oh my God, that's Snoop Dogg. That's his daughter. That's his lunch color.
Yeah, we saw Snoop's wife, Monica, all of them. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah. So manifest what you want. And we are talking about vision boards, but I know we gotta go. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. The last one of the year. Shout out to you.
Shout out
and,
to you.
Y'all make sure y'all tune in. We're gonna have some fun times next year. We got some stuff coming up. All right. We love y'all and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.